We're just gonna start. We're gonna start it off slow, warm, slow burn it.
Slow. Keep it easy.
Yeah. Nice and easy. Frank is licking my knee. Buddy. So, I've actually got resources this time.
Oh, do tell.
We've got dreamdictionary.org going on to reference, because I was like, there's gotta be, I should do some research, right?
Oh, yeah, yeah.
Turns out that they've done all the research on every single dream.
Yeah.
Welcome back to Daydreamer, episode 5. Today I've got myself, Guy SL, host extraordinaire. With me today, stand-up comic from South Carolina, moved his way up to Philadelphia. Give it up for Nat Murray.
Woo. What's up, guys?
Yeah. Oh, wait. I didn't have the mic next to me. We're gonna do that again. Should I? No. Should I? Alright, let me bust up the clip, because I'm... Alright.
Well, wait, how we gonna do this, baby?
Do you want a clip? Do you want to, laugh it?
Yeah, I'll get a little
Alright.
Blavitt. Shout out Mike Blavitt. If you're out there, Nerd Rat video, we saw it.
Here, it just slides in the back. Much like I do.
Oh, hell, you might have done bamboozled me here
Right.
with this. Oh, we
There you
got
go.
it. Yay.
Okay. Take 2.
That'll do.
This is all gonna stay in.
That'll do.
Welcome back to Daydreamer, episode 5. I am your host, Guy SL.
And I'm Nat Murray.
This is Nat Murray, stand-up comedian in Philadelphia. Not originally though. He moved here from South Carolina.
We made it out.
Made it out.
Ooh.
Woo!
Yeah. Hey, y'all.
Yeah, this is Daydreamer. We've got resources this time. The dreamdictionary.org. But I don't know. Do you want to tell more about yourself, or you want to keep yourself a mystery?
I don't know. Nothing too wild. You kind of nailed it.
Okay.
I don't sound as much of a bumpkin as I actually am, but you'd be surprised.
Yeah, you don't sound very southern.
Actually, that's funny. Your dad said that to me at the first Laughing Cat show, because I got off. Shout out Mr. SL.
No, just Mr. L.
Mr. L. Mr. L. Dr. L. Yeah,
You know the doctor.
Okay, worth a shot. But
The S is a doctor, actually.
ah,
And
okay.
She would love for you to reference that every time you meet her.
Oh, next time I see her.
Yeah.
She was a very sweet lady.
Dr. S.
Yeah. Anyway, got off stage. He hugged me, which was pretty cool, I thought, and then went, "You don't sound like you're from the South." And I said, "That's yeah, I'm pretty proud of that." And then he said, "Cool," and walked away. He seemed like a really nice guy.
Yeah. At the last Laughing Cat show, he was there being a ruckus. Being freaking, what do you call it? Heckling.
Being a hooligan.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Him and his buddy were hooliganizing us. Even though the show went well. The show went great.
Yeah.
From what I had a great time. The turnout was just like half what we expected. But people paid attention more, it felt like, and it was fun. And the lineup, everyone did great on the lineup, so it was fun. I hosted.
Yeah.
Wasn't a complete fuck up like the first time. Actually got through my set and could actually say the names of people going up. Yeah.
I was gonna say I had a very fun first time at Laughing Cat, because the one guy who did this is the one guy I couldn't yell at, which was the owner of the bar. I was on stage and I don't know, I think we had like 10 minutes to do, and I was probably 4.5 minutes in, and then this flash goes up, and I just had an awkward pause, and it was just like, is that the light to come off? And then there was a silence, and then next thing you know, I awkwardly call a guy on stage, and it's over with. And then I wanted to be, this is Iggy, by the way, this is my dog.
Can he be seen?
He's if he wants to, he's all right. Hey,
I just wanted to see if he was in the shot.
Hey, Iggy. Yeah, go. He's a sweet little guy. He's just, he wants to be in the limelight.
There you go.
No, but anyway, that being said, Laughing Cat's a really cool place. That guy drunkenly dapped me up later and said he was sorry, so. Water under the bridge. So
Dan, the owner, was trying to take a picture of you, and hit the flash on his camera phone. What is this, 2008?
Yo!
He hit the flash on his phone, camera feature, and I thought the same thing you did. I thought he was flashing you off, because I think you said you dropped the R word, I think. You know, this is Philadelphia. Home to the R word, I believe.
I did. Actually, the bit was based around how you can say it in Philadelphia if you have the accent. But, you know, we live and we learn.
I don't know. It's coming back. It's making a comeback. Everyone is really. Harvey Weinstein's making a comeback. You hear that? He's coming out of jail for a hot minute.
The big dog.
Because there were too many claims against him, so they had to like throw out the case.
Yeah.
For a second, I thought you were going to throw him out the window, and I was like, "Well, this is parenting."
Second, I was going to see if the door to the bedroom was open, which it is. He's just being a little butt. Hey guys, Iggy gets to be involved for the next few minutes because he won't shut up. So
I think we can get some big views on this video. Where there's a dog. Mm-hmm. Really.
Very cute. But yeah.
Continue. What were you saying? Yeah. You got flashed off accidentally. It was all good. Everything went well.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I mean, it was all good. Yeah, it's just like in the moment, like, it's like hitting Control-Alt-Delete when you're on stage and you see a light, and then you immediately blame yourself because you're like, what is it really?
Yeah.
And then next thing you know, it's over for you. So, but other than that, I mean, like, I did the second show, went really well. It was a fun time. Everyone loved it. Yeah, definitely recommend going. It's nice.
Thank you. But yeah, it was our first show, and we were like, oh my god, everything's falling apart. The cops got called, not at the show, they weren't called to the show, but they appeared outside on the street, right in front of the building. I think it was from across the street, or someone else. No, it was Frank. His friend who dropped him off got hit by some old lady.
Yeah,
that was hilarious. Not for me.
No,
I mean, no, it was for me, not for Frank.
Yeah, that was that. It's kind of hard when you get hit by an old lady to garner any like pity from it, you know what I mean? Yeah. Like, it sucks, but it's also like, you got hit by an old lady, dude. Like, that's just funny, you know?
And awful, because they hit hard.
Yeah, they hit hard. You know they're driving those.
Yeah. This actually ties into what I was going to talk about.
Oh, yeah.
The dreams.
Yeah. Dream dictionary.
I had a little nap earlier today. I did hibernation. Or what I call hibernation. I smoked a joint, and then immediately took a nap. And then we wake up, and then time goes by really... Like, it feels like days go by, and then you just eat all the snacks in your cabinet. So I did that. And in that dream, I had a car crash dream. Or I was dreaming I was about to have a car crash. Like, that tenseness.
Yeah.
Because I saw... The first car crash I witnessed a car crash, and I was, I think, 11 or 12. I was walking to the bus stop in the morning with my friend. Mm-hmm. And it was a light, and, you know... There was a cross section, and this woman was about to turn, or she was about to go straight, and then this old lady, you know, just was flying by and ripped off her front bumper and stuff. And my friend and I just looked at each other like, should we just go home? We literally were like, I think we don't have to go to school now. I think that's what that means. But we saw that happen, and like it was right in front of our bus stop, so we had to just stay and watch like as the cops came to, and like. And the old lady was like, "Oh my god, I'm so sorry."
So the best about when old people cause like accidents that are almost animated by how fucking insane they are, they all get out with the same reaction of just like, "Oh wow, oh wow, oh wow."
They just get the last 20 years they've been living has been just a dream.
Yeah,
they've been in a dream state.
You just took a bag of hollow bones, threw it in a washing machine, and it came out completely together in one piece.
To reality.
All these people were like, "Oh, dude, oh my god!" Meanwhile, the other cars like turned to dust.
Yeah,
it's not funny, but
it's like drunk drivers. They're limber, they're loose, so they don't get injured that much.
Yeah, exactly. It's a good theory to live by. But yeah, so you witnessed that one first.
I witnessed that one. I've been in some crashes afterwards.
Really? Okay.
A couple.
Any like rough ones? Like, is there the ones that'll ruin your life? There are casual ones.
There was one I thought I was gonna die for sure. I got it was the first one. No, it was the second one. I've had 3.5 car crashes. The first incident, I slid off road in the snow, and my car was like 45 degrees angle.
Is that the half one?
Half what? Yeah, that's the half.
That's the half.
No one got hurt. The car wasn't damaged at all. I was just like, I'm afraid if I go forward, I'll just tip over on the side.
You're just wilding out.
Yeah, it was black ice. You remember that TikTok?
Yeah.
Get rid of the black ice.
Oh yeah, I remember the P and Keel skit.
The P.
Yeah. You're like, you gotta watch out for the regular ice, but the black ice will get you, and that's racist.
That is racist.
And we don't like that. Iggy
I
doesn't.
like everyone points at the camera too. I like doing it too.
You gotta bring it home. But no, so that was the first. Were any of them were like you flipped the car? Or you like
no? I got the first one. I was driving. It wasn't my fault. Car got totaled. I got hit. I got hit in the front by like a Mack truck, like those dump trucks. It was coming the opposite direction. I was going to school, and it had just rained earlier that morning, or it was in the morning on the early morning it rained.
Yeah.
So there's a patch of wet leaves, and he slid on it, and the whole truck made a 180 So I got hit head on with his rear with such a force that it destroyed the front of my car. And I thought I saw it like, you know how you're driving and you're in autopilot? That just like, I was in autopilot and I was like, something's wrong. Something is wrong. And it snapped me out and I realized there was a truck perpendicular to the road coming at me and I was like, oh, I'm about to become a statistic. That's what I was thinking, and I got hit and I kind of like, I don't know if I was unconscious, but I factory reset for a second.
I'm sorry, I'm just imagining in any situation you're sitting there and you're like, well, that car's rotating in a way it shouldn't rotate and coming at me.
I'm like, it's like, what's wrong with this picture? It's like, that car's not in the right orientation and it's coming at me. So that happened. That was awful.
Yeah, okay. You got like whiplash or anything from that? I mean, nothing bad.
Yeah, I think I got airbag burns on my arm for nothing bad. Like, I went to the hospital to just get checked out because they wanted to make sure I didn't have like any internal bleeding in my stomach. Mm-hmm. But I was fine. But
so was that the worst one?
That was
you cagged most.
It's tied for the worst one, I'd say. The second one I had was my fault. I tried to jump 2 lanes and I only looked at the first one in my rear view. And also I was driving an hour away to this job that I was getting paid $10 an hour for.
So nothing mattered.
So, yeah, and it was also on April Fool's when this happened. I was like, you know what, this is a sign. I need to quit this job. I have no business doing it.
Yeah.
But it was my fault and I fucking just, I jumped 2 lanes too quickly, didn't realize the other guy, and I just dug into his left side. Mm. But the funny thing about that was my front bumper was hanging off by, like, the left side, I think. And when the cops came and they were like, all right, you can't be driving around with that on the road because I could drive the car back home. So he's like, you got to snap it off. I'm like, how do I snap it off? He's like, just stomp on the side still attached and it'll come right off. So I did that. I wind up and I just take this big stomp and it, like a fucking Looney Tunes cartoon, like the rake. The fucking bumper just comes up and hits me in the head. I'm stunned now. And then I look at the cop and he has just no expression. He's just like, yep. It's like, what? You're not gonna acknowledge what just happened?
To not
like I'm already high on adrenaline, and then to just get smacked in the face like another shot of adrenaline, like you just got punched. And the cop's like, nice. And I just got home and I was like, I think I cried when I got home. That was not the worst one. The worst one, I was not driving. The most recent one, I was in the passenger seat. My friend was driving. We were going to Atlantic City. And, man, this is a whole story in and of itself. It was me, him, my friend, and my friend's cousin in the back seat. We were driving to Atlantic City. We got to a part in Jersey where it's like...
Ew.
Yeah. It's like... I don't know if it's highway, but it's like a long stretch of road and there's like just woods on either side.
Okay.
I don't know what is that a highway? Is that freeway? What kind of way is that? It's in Jersey.
Interstate is the one that's like 95, and then highway.
Yeah.
So it's probably highway.
I don't know, but it's like 2 lanes on each side. Whatever. Comment down below if you know how interstates, if you know how fucking traffic works. Mm-hmm. But it's woods, and then on the left hand side was like a diner, and so my friend was driving. It had also just rained recently. And his car, on the way there, I could hear his car. It was a piece of shit car. And I could hear his brakes. And in a way, I was like, that's not good. Mm. I had a premonition. I had an omen. Mm. So we're driving, and then there's an old couple about to turn into this diner. And I guess my friend just, like, kind of realized it a little too late. Mm. And I was just like, oh, we're hitting that car. And we fucking rammed into them. It was this old couple. And the wife, I remember... Oh, God, it sucked. Because I remember in that accident, we hit them. Again, that whole factory reset moment where I'm like, am I okay? First of all, check my own limbs. Everything's fine. Mm-hmm. I look at my friend. He's physically alive, no blood. He's just pale white because of what just happened. Mm-hmm. I look to the passenger, to the rear passenger, like on the left-hand side. My friend's face is half covered in blood. Like splattered with blood.
Oh fuck.
Yeah, and then I'm like, oh my god, and he's looking to his cousin, to his left, his right, his right, and her face is bloody. She wasn't wearing a seatbelt. She had slammed her head in the back headrest of my seat and bit through the top of her lip, and her whole face was just covered in blood, and I could see, like where you can see my mustache, I could see her teeth. And I'm like, oh fuck, we got a situation. as if we didn't already have a situation. So I get her out because I'm like, all right, I gotta. When panic settles, I don't panic. I gotta move. I gotta move and shake.
Mm-hmm.
So I got her, the cousin, onto the side of the road next to the diner. I run to the diner. I was like, because everyone had just seen or heard what had happened.
Yeah.
Imagine a bunch of heads turned towards me, and
it's a fucking Michael Bay movie outside right now.
Yeah, in this little town in Jersey, which fuck that town in Jersey anyway. Just fuck Jersey, man.
Shout out Chris Christie.
Yeah,
best fupa in the game.
But what was I saying? So I was like, I need a lot of ice, and then thankfully there was a nurse dining that evening, and she was like, I'm a nurse, I'll help you. I'll come out and help. So she got the ice. Yeah. Shout out to whoever you are. If you ever come across this, I love you. Thank you for your help. She took care of the girl, the cousin. So I deal with now. I'm like, all right, let me check on the old people, I found out they were old. Let me check on the other people. So the husband was driving. I was like, are you guys all right? And he's like, yeah, we're all right. And his fucking wife from the passenger seat goes, we're not all right. And I was like, all right, you're fine. Your bumper looks like completely, almost fine. His car, my friend's car, totaled because it was, again, a piece of shite. And so then they get out, and then I just like,
you ran into Kyle Broflowski's mom. Is that what it sounds
something like that. The cops came, and yeah, we deal with the cops. What happens?
Cool.
Yeah, I'm gonna cut that story short there. There's a lot more to it. Maybe I'll tell the whole story later on, but basically that was the worst weekend of my life. Yeah. Was going to Atlantic City.
Well, don't go to AC, kids.
Yeah, I don't want this to be an entire episode or entire hour of me just telling about my worst weekend ever. I'll get bits and pieces.
I got into one accident, and it was on the way to school in high school, and I was a senior, and I was driving my dad's truck, which didn't happen a lot. Don't remember why I was doing it, and I was, maybe pot was smoked before I went to school, so there was a little bit of paranoia on the situation, and I'm about to go through this red light, probably like a half mile away from school. I just get walloped in the back out of nowhere and just fling around, and I look out, and it's like some mom in like a tennis outfit or something, and she's driving a Tahoe that's, way too big for a human that small to drive. I don't know. But anyway, she hits me and gets out. She's super nice, and then we both look at the bumper, and hers is, the Hulk might as well have punched it, like, straight on. Hers is just, her bumper's done, cashed.
Yeah.
Mine's Gucci. Doesn't have a dent put in it. And then just without, thought, I just went, hey, well, I'm so sorry, but I got to go to school. And she just goes, okay, I understand.
Yeah, honestly,
left. I just bounced.
You can't, she has to be like, well, I totally did this.
I'm physically okay.
Yeah.
My car's okay. I don't have to, I literally, to this day, I don't think I told my dad about it, so shout out. But,
damn.
Yeah, case in point, so.
Damn, shout out.
But anyway, he still drives a truck. It's completely fine. That was like 10 years ago.
Yeah.
So.
Your back bumper is definitely stronger than the front. Yeah, that makes sense because they want the front to you want a crumple zone in the front. That's how physics works.
The crumple zone.
The crumple zone. Otherwise, if you don't have the crumple zone in front of you, you become the crumple zone.
True.
And then you get crumpled and die.
We all remember 10th grade crumple class.
Yes.
So
that makes sense.
We found our way to, what is this, Dream? I'm actually really interested. You said it's a Dreamopedia?
Dream Dictionary, just to help us interpret, because the car crash dream had reminded me a couple of, like, a somewhat recurring dream. It happens, like, maybe a few times, 2 or 3, of planes crashing. Like, I had a dream where, like, there was, for some reason, like, enough planes in the air where it definitely was a lot of planes in real life, but in the dream I was like, oh, yeah, that's the amount of planes you see. Maybe like in a comic book to show, like, the economy of the place is booming. All of these planes in the air.
Yeah.
I don't know. That was a weird way to paint that picture. I also said paint weirdly just now. I'm fucking. We're on.
What kind of planes are we talking here though? Like,
commercial airliners.
Oh shit! So it's not even like a dogfight.
No. This is like I think I'm thinking of like the scene in Robots where the blimp things come in.
Okay.
Anyway.
So
everything's going fine. The planes are flying, and then all of a sudden, they just start dropping out of the sky and crashing, and it's just like a Michael Bay film, explosions all around me. and it's like, I think in the dream it's like terrorists are attacking. I think that's how it comes about.
Yeah.
And I'm like, oh my god, like you just see the planes falling, and it's suddenly like run for cover.
Yeah.
So what do airplane dreams have? So planes appear in our dreams to reflect a major transition or shift that'll be occurring in your life. So I guess boarding a plane, which I've had as well.
There's airplanes in the night sky like shooting stars.
I really
okay,
wish
yeah.
right now. There's also one plane crash meaning.
Okay.
Did you know the risk? No, I already read this part. Negative dream symbols associated with flying occur when you're unable to make your flight. Turbulence cannot take off, and even plane crashes, despite how unnerving these dreams are.
It ain't real though.
Wait, okay. Watching a plane crash. If you're watching a plane crash, differs in being on the plane, as you wouldn't be directly implicated. This might relate to other people's movements or possibly opportunities that you walked away from.
Okay.
So did I walk away from any opportunities? Maybe. Is that why that happened? Well, why was it terroristic? Why was it so many of them?
You must have walked away from a lot of shit.
Yeah,
You must have been beating some ass out there all these years. You've been walking away from these confrontations, guy. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
No,
I'm very non-confrontational, or I have been. I've been trying to be more confronting.
Do you think in terms of what they said, do you think that means it's like making the wrong decision, missing something, or like you're not doing something? Like,
I think for me it'd probably be more the second one. Like I'm not doing something.
yeah, it's the dogs hitting your leg.
Oh.
Hey guys, don't have a dog fight.
I'm like an orgy by my legs.
They're bros. They're boys. They toughen up.
I'm thinking of a boy as well now.
I teach about my boys' strength and toughness. You know what I mean? I needed to let them know.
Catch with them. Throw a ball.
Yeah, throw a ball. Iggy, you know how to beat up Franklin. No, it's okay. Hey, come here. You want to get back in the shot?
Yeah.
Cool. Frank, you'll get cameo at the end. You
Yeah, I don't know. I think maybe...
So yeah, it's a missed up. You think you're just...
I don't know if I missed an opportunity, but I'm always feeling like I gotta keep doing more.
Yeah.
Like, I'm doing more videos now. I started editing... I don't know, I made a little promo reel for the video we were talking about earlier. Check it on the channel, Guy Tries, Iced Tea, and Apple Pie. I'm trying to make a series where I record myself trying new things, because it's important to try new things.
Very important.
Very important.
I teach my boys that too.
Yeah, you gotta figure out what you like and what you don't like.
Alright, so
And that episode's gonna be on Patreon.
So we were on a dream... God damn it. We were on a dream... dictionary, and now we're on. All right,
we still have the dream
penis
dictionary
slaps.
about plane tickets. So
so tickets. Planes falling.
Planes falling. I have. So I guess maybe I missed an opportunity. What do you have any plane dreams? Dreams about flying, going, traveling?
To be honest, no. But while we're on this topic of the dream dictionary, I do have these kind of frequent dreams.
Okay. Let's look it up, baby.
Where it's an obvious one, or it's one that someone's had in another way, but like. I graduated college in like 2018, which isn't any feat of any means whatsoever. But I have this constant dream where it's the last exam, or the last class, my last semester, and I basically the dream starts off. I'm just going to this exam, and I'm waking up late to it, and I gotta run. And then as it's going on, I'm beginning to realize I need to pass this exam with a good grade to get to this class. Or else I can't take the summer class and I have to pay for another semester in a city I don't want to live in. Whole financial undertaking. And as I'm going to this exam, it's hitting me. I didn't go to one class.
Class now.
And it doesn't matter what the subject is.
Yeah.
As I'm walking to this class is just like, cool, well.
Feeling unprepared for yes, you're feeling, okay, I did.
And then boom, right in one moment, you're just like, oh, okay, well, I'm going to fail this exam, which is this entire college thing, and then I got to pay for another semester.
And then do you wake up shortly after from that usually?
I don't remember the ending, so I would say
probably. Okay, so this is under common dreams, test dreams.
Okay.
Experiencing test dreams can be fairly common for people who have completed high school or university years or decades after. So this was 6 years now. I still have this from high school.
Yeah.
They can be extremely vivid if you were placed in a time machine and sent back to the time when passing a test was necessary to advance. So exactly.
Yeah, the sweats are coming.
You're feeling it. The swamp ass is forming.
Dude, the swamp ass don't even... Oof.
Context in dream contains hidden clues for you to examine this problem and tends to be unconscious to the dream. So especially if it's recurring, it's like they say, especially in this thing, and what I've also felt like is that recurring dreams are it's your brain telling you like, hey, this is a problem, you got to fix this.
Yeah.
So, in fact, test dreams are so common they tend to be one of the highest recorded recurring dream theme that people tend to experience. So
That makes me feel good.
yeah, you're
I feel like a
You're a
fat
basic
dude in a
bitch,
sea
basically.
of obese men. Yeah, this is nice.
damn.
That was a
Kinda
mean thing
fun.
to say.
No, I kind of. No, now that I think about it, like if you, this is a totally different thing, but you know the question, like an icebreaker question, where it's like, if you could fill a pool with one thing, what would it be? So people could be like, chocolate syrup or Mountain Dew,
Hell yeah, bro.
honey, Jello, things like that.
Dogs are
Puffing.
They don't like our neighbors.
Yeah. Why did my friend say bacon, egg, and cheese?
Is he from New York? What the hell?
No, he's from Philly. He's like, I would have a pool filled with bacon, egg, and cheeses, and I was like, what?
Are you taking that question serious? Or
No.
I'm so.
Because when I heard this,
They're gonna break apart.
they're gonna break apart. You can't swim in it. There's no like good swimming advancement from that. I like bacon, egg, and cheese. I like sandwiches. I don't
Yeah.
know if I love a sandwich so much that I would want a pool filled with them.
No, you're just in a greasy foam pit.
I get tired of them after probably the fifth one. The fifth one, I probably never want to see a bacon, egg, and cheese ever again.
Dude, once you have one ingredient that you're over tasting and thinking about, like the
Yeah.
second you eat too much of an egg and you're like, there's more egg,
Yeah.
it's over.
There's too much. Sometimes there's too much egg in bacon, egg, and cheese.
If you get it right, though.
I want my egg lowercase. Yeah.
Yeah.
But
We're in Philly, though. This is what? Cheesesteak and roast beef land?
Yeah.
Get out of here. Hoagies? No.
Or cheese. Hoagies, cheesesteaks.
Hoagies are just cold sandwiches, right?
They're subs.
Well, sure.
Submarine sandwiches, yeah, but
but
they
cold?
they are typically chilled. You can toast the bun sometimes.
Oh,
some
right,
places. And wow, I get my bun toasted. I love toasty buns.
Always gotta toast the bun. I'm learning as we go.
Yeah, I go with a classic Italian. You can never go wrong with Italian. I like onions, a little bit of oil.
Ooh.
A little oil.
A little bit of Earl.
Earl.
Get you some Earl.
Earn.
Now, there's a video of Action Bronson making the best sandwich, as he claims the best sandwich ever, and my favorite part is at the end where he's like, all right, cool. So, oil and whatever balsamic vinegar or whatever red wine vinegar. It's just like, just decks down. He's like, we got the sandwich. And I'm like, all right, I bet it's good.
Love balsamic vinegar. I put that shit on everything.
I put that shit on everything, dude.
Let's get back to testing.
Yeah, okay,
so test. Okay,
Test.
this has been bold. Your own inadequacy and confidence is really at the forefront.
That hurt.
That wasn't meant to be direct, but
No,
they seem to know you.
That makes sense. You have one really bad bomb
Yeah.
on stage, you go home and you're like,
I don't think I've dreamt about bombing on stage. I've definitely dreamt about being on stage. I've dreamt about being in like, yeah, I think the most often one has been like a school's gymnasium or like a school theater, and it's strange. I don't know. I can't really pinpoint what happened in that dream, but it's like I get the feeling that like it was poorly organized often. Okay, so dreams again. For instance, if you were feeling nervous to pass a test or else you would be held back, suggest a problem with either progress in your life or experiencing the shame and embarrassment when it comes to failing. So
it should be noted for the listener, I have been unemployed for like almost 2 years going now. So there's a little correlation building.
So you've been so in the last 2 years, have you dreamt this a lot more often?
About 4 or 5 times. Yeah.
A week? Oh,
No,
in the
no,
last 2 years? Oh.
I mean, like I work for Uber, so I don't really have a
You're
job.
not. Yeah, you're not like.
I'm making some money,
Yeah.
but yeah, there's definitely periods where it's just like,
You
yeah,
don't
well,
got a 401k or.
it's really cool. Yeah, it's like I really
Health
cool. Went to
insurance.
college and did all that, and I'm hitting my late 20s.
What'd you go to college for? I don't know if I know.
I graduated with finance. And I still got some interviews going. It's not bad, but I graduated with finance.
Oh, good.
I'm a nerd with numbers.
Okay.
It's where my tism shines.
Lovely.
Anyway, so I have no confidence in myself, it seems. That's cool. And I'm very sad about not furthering myself in life. But
Yeah. So just get more confident. Do more stand up.
I'll be alright, dude. I'll just get those.
Got me stand up, or got me confidence was doing stand up.
I'll just get those. You'll never be. What are the wording? Those pill advertisements on the websites. I'll be like, you won't believe it till you see it.
You won't believe it till you see it.
I just need those kind of pills, you know.
Yeah.
Just need to boost my manhood, as they say.
Oh, you're talking about dick pills.
Yeah.
You want penis enlargement pills?
You want to make it bigger, son. Anyway, so yeah, that's one that's kind of common.
Yeah,
That's popped
so
up for me.
well, I think we've solved that one for you.
Feel good about
Get
it.
a little confident. Late for exam dream, cheating on. Have you ever done cheating on a test?
I mean, like,
Have you ever cheated on a test in real life?
yeah. I mean, in like at high school and lower, not necessarily in college. You can't really like cheat. If you do, they will. They'll fuck you. So I was always scared too. So I usually just took the shit grade. But yeah, in like high school, you could. Yeah, I mean,
COVID made it easy.
Oh, dude, that sounds like the worst time to have been in school. I got out of school for COVID.
No, it was awesome because I
good?
just got to pass my classes. I had a professor die in the middle of my class. Not in the middle of the class, in the middle of the semester. It was an online class. He was like 97, so...
They trusted a 97-year-old?
He was a very well-decorated scholar. He was an economics professor, apparently like the best of the best, supposedly, for Monco. I mean, Monco had great teachers, but it was like an asynchronous class, so you just post once a month to the fucking discussion board or whatever. And I was failing. I was not doing well in that class. And then one week he sent an email saying like, "Oh, the test grades are coming back a little late. Sorry, I'm in the hospital. Nothing to worry about. This is pretty routine for me." And then we were like, all right, nice. And then a week later, we got an email from the school saying he died. And I was like, oh, okay.
It's pretty wild because it's actually not routine.
Yeah, it was not routine at all. He passed a week later, and then one of the other economics teachers had to take on all of his classes. And so she was like, emailing us like, I'm trying to catch up with it. Don't worry, guys. Everything's going to be well. And then the final came around, and we had, I think, a week to do it online. You could once you sign it, you have 2 hours to do it and then submit it. I waited until literally the last 24 hours to do it, and I got an email from her saying, "Hey, I can't do this entire workload. You all just get a B+ for your final." And I was like, "Thank you very much." And I passed that class all because my professor died. So shout out to you again from up above. You're definitely up there. I mean, even in death, you've benefited my life.
Dude, at 97 though, I mean, take me fucking
at 97, giving me W's.
Dude, honestly,
I wish I could have gone to his funeral. Well, just to thank him.
You should have.
I want to give him some flowers now, or
No, but once I hit 85, I'm gonna hire a really clumsy dude to have to kill me with a dart gun or something like that, just to add some excitement to my life. Because what am I gonna do at 85?
You need that snail. Yeah.
Yeah, I need the snail.
That $1 million snail.
I need the $1 million snail, except it's going to be some really goofy guy that doesn't speak English, and every time he misses, he says something in his home language, and I hear it.
Do you think you would spend the $1 million before you got killed by the snail? Into your 80s? Would you have that $1 million or use it to generate more millions of dollars?
I mean, you kind of have to, because if that snail, depends if that snail's in Tulsa, Oklahoma, you don't have a lot of time, but if that snail's in Bangkok, you can really make something happen.
What's the furthest? Okay, what's the furthest distance the snail would have to be to where you would spend, or what's the minimum distance the snail would have to be where you spend all the money before it can come and kill you, just standing in one spot?
You got to think about it vertically. You got to go what is it? It's not Kilimanjaro. It's Mount Everest.
Mount Everest.
Yeah, you got to throw that bitch on top of Mount Everest and be like, good fucking luck, Snailson. I don't know. You can jump off a ledge and fly, but. You're gonna have to.
But how are you gonna? You have to spend that money in that spot that you stand in.
Oh, that I stand in?
Yeah.
I thought you were just put the snail somewhere.
No, you gotta pick a spot where you're I could spend this, where it's gonna be a tight race, where set the snail a certain distance to where it'll be a tight race between how fast you can spend that $1 million versus how fast it can kill you.
I mean, we're doing fucking Wall Street or Vegas, baby. That's it. Yeah, I'm just gonna start heaving money into a casino or some dude on Wall Street.
Yeah, if I put a snail at one end of a casino and I'm at the other end, could I spend the $1 million before it kills me?
Ooh.
Probably.
Casino.
Oh wait, you can just bet it all on black.
Yeah,
and then lose.
Come on, that's racist. But,
sorry.
Yeah, you can. Yeah, no, don't. If you do anywhere other than Vegas or New York, you got a fun time. But Vegas or New York, you shape that into a football and heat it right at somebody.
Yeah. So, I don't think this question was that interesting now that I think about it.
No, I actually thought the question was where's the best place to put the snail to survive, and I still think Everest is pretty cool. Cause I don't
so you have to stand.
Well, if you're in here,
yeah,
and you're hey snail, you gotta find me from this place. He's going straight to Everest, dude. Or West Palm Beach, Florida, and he might never want to leave, baby, where the drinks keep flowing.
I think it'd be interesting if you and the snail were trapped in the same city. You could pick one city. Which city would be the best Which city do you have the best chances of survival against the snail?
I'm gonna go Montreal, Quebec, because they're French and they eat snails.
They eat snails.
So. Now that snail's gonna have to kill the person trying to
Yeah.
eat them, but that's gonna be a speed bump.
Is it an immortal snail? It has to be an immortal
Yeah,
snail.
I mean,
right?
if it's a mortal snail,
It has to be the Grim Reaper in snail form.
Yeah, dude, if it's a mortal snail, I can just take a rubber hammer
Yeah.
and solve life's problems.
So if someone tries to
it,
eat it, it would probably just kill the dude, come
Yeah.
out of his stool, and resume hunting you.
like he just dumps salt on it and then he shoots acid at the guy, and it's just like, bitch, you thought.
Little snail. I'm
Yeah.
surprised that question has permeated the history of the internet for so long.
It's a very interesting one. You know, would you do it? Would you risk your entire life to have a snail that could kill you at any point? I mean,
Yeah, because you could trap the snail.
Yeah.
You can put the snail in a box and tape the box closed.
what if the snail jumps though? What if he's like one of those kind of cockroaches that has wings and you don't know until it's too late?
A jumping snail.
Yeah.
Snails don't jump. White snails don't jump.
White snails don't jump, bitch. They be slipping on that goo.
Apparently that was a remade thing. The thing with Jack Harlow, I found out that was not the first time they made that thing.
What they remade or the Maid Man?
That's a remake.
Oh, you never saw the
The
Woody
original one?
Harrelson?
No.
I
didn't know. I didn't know that was a thing.
Yeah.
I
It's
mean-
a good one. I saw it. I mean, I saw it inebriated years ago, so I should probably watch it.
Is it-
It made me laugh. I feel like it was funny though because like Woody Harrelson's Woody fucking Harrelson. Like
Yeah.
he's not white. Jack Harlow's like King Wigger right now. You know what I mean? Like
No. Jack Harlow is...
who's King Wig? Well, actually, that's fair. He's like New Age Gen Z. That's
like,
not really
I don't
Wig.
know, like Riff Raff or something? No. Jack Harlow is like the Drake... It's like how Drake is currently being dissed by Kendrick for not being black. Jack Harlow is the Drake of the Wigger community.
No, that's fair. He's okay. He's not fully committing to it.
He's not fully committing to it. He's lavishing. He's styling it up. He's goosing it up for
He's cool.
for attention.
Bro, you don't goose the wigs.
I don't. I mean, apparently people think he's very charming. I don't know.
I bet he. I mean, his music is. I like his flow. But I don't know. It's like
I
commercial
don't
music.
know. Yeah.
It's very much like white girls dancing in the club kind of.
I
Raps.
think a lot of things lately that being made are like very, like I don't know. AI generated isn't the right word, but kind of.
Well, I mean, it is because it's
Like
all
people
like,
are just making shit to make shit. It was like there's no substance to any of this anymore.
Well, isn't that's kind of like on the same page as? I mean, this is probably like a conspiracy, but wasn't that whole like "Call Me Maybe" by Carly Rae Jepsen like hey boys? Wasn't
I
it like?
hated that song.
I'm pretty sure. Yeah, they don't like it, but I'm pretty sure that song was made by like studio people that were like, "Hey, we figured out the pop formula," and then they were.
Yeah,
Just
but it was
like,
a good song.
Well, that's what I'm saying. Is like
That one was actually it was
Yeah,
a
true,
meme.
true.
It was made. I think It was like made ironically. It had terrible reception originally. I remember that.
Yeah.
But
I guess what I'm saying is like formulaically when it comes to pop and
Yeah.
hip hop, like they figured it out. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, so it's gonna sound cheesy. Also,
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So it's.
it
very-
sounds cheesy, but it's good too. It's like once
Yeah.
you buy that it's cheesy, it's like oh well, this is good.
Yeah, that's true.
This is the best of the cheesy. This is
Yeah.
the cheesiest cheese.
Now, I'm excited that. Well, I shouldn't say excited, but people are shooting each other in the rap community again, so that makes it a little bit.
Shooting each other. Well, they're certainly taking jabs.
Oh well, they're. I mean, hey, Young Thug and other dudes are currently awaiting a big jail trial. This is pretty fun. It's a fun time to be involved in hip hop.
Diddy's going.
Not Diddy though. That's
Diddy's
not
doing
a-
something. Something's going on with Diddy. I don't even know anymore.
Diddy did the creepy, powerful stuff rich people do. He just did it
Yes.
in a different way, and yeah, it's yeah.
Speaking of,
Oh yeah, so back to dreams. Here's another fun one.
Yes.
What was it? I was actually thinking about where they had this. I've always had I should talk to you about this one. I don't really know if it's something that you can really like trace a thing to, but like
yes,
I'm not from Philly and I'm not from a big city area, and
Right.
I've always had these random dreams where like, sometimes it'll take place school in like a recess area. It's like in a concrete, grounded, surrounded by a tall building, like outdoor area. And I've never seen that other than after I moved to Philly. Does that make sense?
Like,
you know when you drive
like
by
a playground in the city.
Yeah, a city,
it's
but
just-
like a
it's just
school city.
Yeah,
playground.
yeah. I know what you're talking about.
And so I've had dreams like that where it'll be like all like no grass, and I've never in my life been in something like that. And so when I moved to Philly, it was just like,
Probably just seeing it more often when you're driving.
yeah. Well, it was before I moved. Like that's
Oh,
dreams
before
I've
you
had.
moved,
Yeah.
you'd seen that, and then you.
Yeah.
Oh.
So maybe I.
Oh, so did you get like deja vu seeing it?
Exactly. Yeah.
Okay.
And so maybe it was like a video game or
Probably.
a show or something.
Yeah, that's.
So it was definitely like a weird, like it was a deja vu moment where I was like, I've seen this and and it's not like I've seen it in a dream. It's just like, no, I know this.
No,
like
I
know this exact format.
That makes a lot of sense that you would probably have seen it in movies because it's like if you're filming in a city environment, there's sparse open areas that you can film in.
Exactly.
So
Yeah.
great shots to film in, I
Yeah.
guess.
And so a lot of
Makes a lot
it,
of sense.
I feel like a lot of my dreams, I'm coming to realize, are just snapshots thrown together.
Yeah,
that
it's
are just
just-
weird amount. Like,
It's your brain being like, here's your assignment for today, and we're taking pictures from shit you've seen in your life.
pretty much.
Um,
You ever have shark dreams?
Shark dreams. No, I've had dreams where I'm on a cruise and the cruise has like a glass bottom.
Oh.
Yeah, so like the bottom floor, or I guess like where the hull would be, is just glass. So you can kind of swim with the fishes type deal, like a reverse aquarium.
Mm.
Oh, that's a great business idea. Reverse aquariums.
I think they already have those. Where like,
Shit,
well,
goddamn
I
it.
mean, I've seen before they have like a hallway where it's like a tube and
Yeah.
their aquarium around it, but underneath a boat.
Yeah,
I mean,
like if
might
you
find some.
like literally if you took like in the Baltimore aquarium they have the tunnel, the shark tunnel, where they swim above you. But what if you just inverted that?
Oh,
and it's just you have a curved bottom and this. Yeah, let's have a cruise with a glass bottom. That would never work. Glass is not that stable. The pressure
Now that
would
we
destroy
say it
it.
out loud.
Yeah, you would need like thick ass plexiglass. Oh, but that would be so
It
cool.
would be cool.
Oh man.
Up until some kid.
Elon
throws
Musk,
something
can you
in.
do this instead? Can you? It's fuck your stupid cars. Can you make boats with glass bottoms? Oh, actually, we should hire up. What's that place? Ocean Gate. Ocean Gate. I've got a new project that'll completely take you out of the waterworks.
Yeah.
Make cruises with glass bottoms so people can see them and not have it break and die in the ocean like your last project.
You think after that little bean imploded, that guy's wife was like, God damn it, now I gotta figure out this fucking paperwork? Like, or does that
Oh my
LLC
God.
just like float into the
I don't know.
abyss?
He was rich enough to where he could tell people who were telling him no, fuck off, I'm gonna make this anyway.
Yeah.
He has enough money where he hires people to do that shit. He has enough
Okay.
lawyers where like, yeah, she's cooked. I mean, she's
Wow.
set.
I was gonna say, well, and speaking of cooks, she might be like cooked in terms of. I just can't imagine your husband's like, I'm gonna go do this wild off the wall fucking shit, and you're anything other than like,
Oh, I think she was
you
like,
stupid asshole,
I'm
or she's like
imagining-
geeked up on drugs.
Yeah,
and it's just like
probably
"Ah,
that.
I'm sipping Chardonnay at 11
She's-
a.m., bitch. Like that
maybe
kind
when
of-
she first met him, she was like, oh, he's stupid enough to kill himself into one of his own inventions, and I'm gonna get all this.
yeah,
It's just you just gotta wait patiently. Oh, she might have been the smartest one.
she might have sniffed around his paperwork
might
in
be
terms of
Thanos.
where the money's going
Yeah.
and gave it all to her. I don't know. Actually, there's no found evidence of that. I shouldn't say that out loud.
I don't know.
but-
We're just spitting facts.
I bet she's a cool lady.
Opinions.
Oh, his stepson was the cheese dick, though. Did you remember that one? That's a new term. We'll look it up later. But his stepson was the one that went to that music
Yes,
festival.
yeah, I saw that.
And it was like Doja Cat or something like that, or it was some.
Yeah,
It was
I
I think
think it was Fire Festival.
It was a black female. No, it was
Oh,
not Fire
never mind,
Festival.
never mind.
It was like a black female rapper, and someone he said something, and then someone clapped at her. Oh, Cardi B. And Cardi B was like, "You should like not be going to music festivals when your stepdad just died. Like, what are you?" And
Yeah,
he
no,
was
everyone
like,
was saying that.
I'm gripping it my own way, and then he
Yeah.
like followed some girl's OnlyFans the next day, and it was a real Ken Bone moment, just everything.
Bone.
Everything
Cheese
really
dick. A generic
fell
term
into
used
him.
for. Sorry, I found it. A word. A generic term used for, among other things, a bullshitter, or someone too eager to please, or a person who does not wash his penis often, and so provides a breeding ground for smegma-loving bacteria, hence the cheese. Why'd you gotta write it like that, Urban Dictionary? Provides a breeding ground for smegma-loving bacteria. That's a good insult. You are smegma-loving bacteria. Can also be used to describe estate agents, recruitment consultants, and most politicians.
And your boss
There we go.
Dave.
And
Yeah,
Dave.
it's like everyone in your
I had a
life.
boss named Dave. David. Good
Yeah.
guy. Deaf-ish. He had a dog that could hear for him.
Okay, wait. So many questions.
Yeah, the...
How do you All right, whatever. We'll let that fly.
He's,
You think he's doing okay now?
yeah, he's doing great. He is the administrative director for the Jewish summer camp I went to.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay, so that's the first time someone's actually said that out loud, I feel like. So Jewish summer camp, is that like a...
Oh, am I your first Jew camper?
Well, no, I mean, like, I knew, oddly enough, the guy that showed me the little people kicking the guy in the balls was very proud about his Jewish camp
Oh,
frequencies. 'Cause
that
he would go
adds
every-
up.
See what I mean?
Yeah, that adds up.
See what I mean? Actually, I did hear this fun... Well, actually, this is a little J secret. Apparently, the Jays don't think about sex in a religious context versus, like, Christians.
Yeah, we just
or-
fuck. Oh, those
Do you
camps
see what
are
I'm
breeding
saying?
grounds.
Though?
Yeah.
Well, I guess what I'm trying to say is like with Christianity, it's always just like
Yeah, there's a lot
it's
of,
just always like some like
oh.
God's watching versus like is that a thing where like the Jewish that's not
Well,
thought
the
as much?
Orthodox for sure. Yeah, they
like,
fuck. They're the ones who fuck through the sheets.
Yeah,
That's them.
but like on a casual level.
The not Orthodox, the Reformed Jew.
Yeah.
Yeah, they fuck.
Because I've met some old Jewish horn dogs in my
Yeah.
day. They're all about it. But
The whole thing is, ever since the Holocaust, we're like, we need to repopulate. That's why they do birthright. It's they put a bunch
That's
of
right, yeah,
Jewish young, like out of high school or out of college, high school kids, Jewish kids. They make them go to Israel to see the nice place. It's very lovely. Honestly, I'll say it's a great time. Maybe not now, but and then they pair you up with a bunch of Israeli soldiers of the same age. And the whole thing is like, hey, you two get together, and then you move here. You make aliyah. You move here. Make Jewish babies, and works pretty well.
nice.
Yeah, very effective method.
One of the kids I went to high school with moved out there. I don't think he didn't have. I hope he didn't have a baby because he sure shouldn't.
Yeah, there's a lot of people.
But maybe
a lot of people doing aliyah or did it.
he moved there after his birthright, so he really liked it.
Yep.
But no, so my main thing, so that is like J camp.
Yes.
Is that like a thing where like early as a kid your parents are like month or two you're gone and then they
Yeah, kind of. I mean, I went when I was 14. I went at the latest age for the camper age.
Okay.
Because my family friend who was also Jewish went there the year before for the first time, and then he told me about it. And he was also like a year or two younger than me. So yeah, he actually got to go in through the aging system. I was like kind of aged out.
Yeah.
But a lot of them go, yeah, because a lot of parents are like, fucking doctors and lawyers. They can send them away for 2 months, a month or two.
L'chaim.
Yeah, you get the summer. You get the house to yourself in the summer. My mom loved it. She's like, oh, I got to do everything.
Just middle-aged Jewish parent sex.
It's
just,
just hot,
banging,
sweaty,
dude. Just
red wine on the cabinet
on your bed, maybe.
Yeah.
I mean,
They-
getting it out.
Yeah, and then the kid. Ironically, the kids are doing the exact same thing at the camp.
Oh,
Hey,
yeah, hand stuff.
A lot of hand stuff, a lot of mouth stuff, a lot of hand to mouth, hand foot mouth disease, very common in that area.
Not to be confused with cat scratch fever.
Cat scratch fever.
But the reason I asked is because we had camps back home and whatnot, but there was never much of like a go for 2 months. Like that idea was
2 months is the
or month or 2
longest,
months.
Yeah,
You know what I mean?
a month
It was
is
like
usually pretty average.
like a 2 to 3 week kind of ordeal.
Yeah.
So
If you work there, you go for I think 9 months or 9 weeks. Sorry.
I'm not Jesus.
Yeah,
Christ.
9 weeks. It's like to get the camp ready. It's like 2 weeks to deep clean the whole thing.
Yeah.
And then there's like a couple days where the junior counselors come to get situated. They're like they still pay to go there, but
The junior.
yeah, the junior counselor, and then they're there for 2 days, and then the kids come, and then it's 7 weeks, and then there's like a couple days to deconstruct the whole thing.
Yeah.
And then you do it all again next summer.
Dude, speaking of dreams, talking about wet dreams at the day
Oh.
camps, baby. A lot of young kids.
Oh,
Ooh. You meet Sally Mortstein at the kickball court that night. You hit the bed, you right in the middle of your sleep. You don't even know what's
I don't know if there was a lot of wet dreams. There definitely was a lot of masturbatory habits going on in that camp.
Oh, dude.
Like some kid, I heard stories of it. Of one kid was like, who left all of his used tissues underneath his bunk. So by the time I think he left like halfway through the summer because summer was split up in like 2 halves. It's like first session, second session they call it. So they say. So he was a first session kid, and he left all of his tissues there. And so the second session kids, like when they got to the bunks, they found all of his tissues. There was kids coming on pillows, coming on toothbrushes, coming on. This is a great story. So one kid who was a year younger than us was kind of annoying growing up. I wasn't there at the time, but the story is very infamous. He has a very severe dairy allergy, and.
Like lactose intolerance.
Yeah, no, but like it'll kill him type deal.
Oh, shit.
Yeah, it was severe dairy allergy. So one night, one of the guys in my age group, in my like bunk, came in a sock and threw it on his face while he was sleeping, and then they all panicked because they thought they killed him because they thought that cum had dairy in it.
Oh.
And they're like, we just killed him, no.
Dude, those are
Yeah.
dude, y'all Jays were wildin', dude. Those are fighting
Semen
words.
was used as chemical warfare. A lot. Yeah, if the kids did not like you should expect to find cum in your belongings.
Dude, I mean the furthest I
think I did 3 years of this summer camp thing that was through our YMCA. But one time I went 1 week, and 2 times I went 2 weeks. It was fun, but nothing really like crazy of note of that. But I'm also an Eagle Scout. Shout out. Side note, also, I moved to like the Catholic capital of America, and I had a comic who like one of our buddies was just like, yeah, well, that's cool. So when did you get touched by your counselor? I'm like, you're Catholic. All right, this is, come on, this is a handshake ordeal here. Where this is a stalemate. So we'll call it that. Anyway, I was diddled when I was 12. No, but we had...
At least when he got touched, there was air conditioning.
Oh! And a nice robe.
Hey.
No, but we would...
That's a good joke. I might write that.
Yeah, go ahead and get your bit down. No, every year we would do this summer camp for a week where we would do... As a way to get merit badges and stuff as well.
Yeah.
It's called Camp Old Indian. Shout out.
Camp Little Indian?
Old Indian.
Old Indian.
Yeah. Owned by a morbidly obese fella, which was...
Was he native at all? Yeah, alright.
Of course not, it's the South. So anyway, we'd go every year, probably between, I don't know, it was like 6th grade, and when I finished it was like 11th grade, so 5 or 6 years. But the only time I remember of it being any jack-off was one kid in another troop, someone was in a like stall next to him, and they heard him smacking. Took 15 minutes, the entire camp was like, yo, Eric was beating off in the fucking stalls, dude! Eric, you were gross as shit! Like, I didn't really even know the kid, but it was just like, yo, Eric's beating off.
Eric's beating off.
Eric's beating it in the fucking bathrooms,
in the bathrooms, dude. You especially...
Everyone
was it an overnight camp that...
Yeah. Dude.
Oh, yeah, you were beating off in the bathrooms.
Everyone was beating off in the bathroom, but Eric got caught. That's the problem.
Do you do a thing where, like, you see how far you can... How long you can go at first without beating off?
Not at that age, dude. At that age, you're just... It's warfare.
The competition was...
Yeah. At that age, it's just bad. The worst at that age was taking just
shits.
God, just daytime shits, just nightmare.
Honestly,
you're sweating in the sun shits.
Oh yeah, those are pretty bad.
Oh, dude,
God bless. My favorite. The thing. So we had a shower attached to it, and it was like a communal shower type deal. So it was like a bunch of faucets.
Yeah.
So you see dick pretty early on.
Yeah.
And you kind of
no turtlenecks.
Yeah, no turtlenecks. Not at all. Yeah, no. You get. I remember my first night. It was like I just gotta get used to this real quick.
It's like any gym.
Yeah, I was like, all right. I guess I'm getting used to this really fast.
Yeah.
So the great thing would be is like taking a shit and it's hot and just running right into the shower afterwards.
Oh, washing it off.
The shower was the most sacred place on that field. Field? What is it called?
Land.
Land. Yeah.
Something like that.
Where did my headband go? It was in my hair.
It probably fell.
It fell on the floor.
I remember. I don't remember having any dreams at that camp. I remember one kid had a nightmare and cried when he woke up. I did. In the moment, I didn't think to call him a pussy, but thinking back on it, I really missed a good opportunity there.
I had a dream and cried when I woke up at camp. Yeah, it was sad. It was gay too. I had a dream that I wrote a poem about my cats. And it was like really sweet to me.
Oh.
And I remembered the lines and I said them out loud to myself. I was like, there's no rhythm to this at all. And it doesn't make any sense. Why was this making me cry? It was just so emotional. I was like, why am I crying about that? And like, it didn't make sense. It wasn't even a good poem in the end.
You just thought about your cats?
Yeah, I love my cats, man.
Meow.
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 Oh, sorry, Iggy, I touched you.
Big man, you want to come
We're at 57 minutes, man.
Yeah.
If you want to, let's. Yeah, this has been eventful, been fun.
It's been a good time, y'all.
I haven't been very incoherent.
Yeah.
I put my words together correctly for the most part. Let's do some plugs. Let's do some butt plugs.
Butt plugs. Yeah. Well, anyway, you can follow me on Instagram at what is it? Okay. _ Nat.Murray. Come here. Come here, Iggy. Come on. This is Iggy. He doesn't have an Instagram yet, but when he does, you're gonna want to follow him, I guess. But no, follow me at _ Nat.Murray. You can catch me every Monday at Fat Lady Brewing at the open mic, hosted by Jim Gillespie and Rob Stant. Mm-hmm. And yeah, that's pretty much it right now. Just keeping out in the Philly area. Also, I didn't forget, Mike. I heard you talk about me on the podcast. Chum Lee, keep my name out your mouth, bitch. I love you though. Anyway,
he does look like Chum Lee.
He really does. It's either Chum Lee or a mix of Silent Bob and Ron Jeremy. I've determined.
He posted that picture of the guy from Sweeney's. I was like, dude, that's you. That's you, buddy.
Oh, he's the best.
You can find me at Guy SL Comedy on Instagram, on YouTube, which you should be on already watching this. Patreon, I've made one. There's nothing on it yet. You can still become a patron for $2. It's called the I Know a Guy tier.
Yeah.
It says, if you actually have subscribed at this point, there's nothing here, so go see a doctor. You need help, but I'll still take your money.
If you were to say if this was an episode down the road, you were to have a few subscribers, Iggy would have had treats. You know what I mean? Like
Iggy deserves some treats.
It would have been a whole nother. He's gonna want to eat the microphone right now, which is not cool. But he would have been eating treats. So in the future, if you guys think it's worth spicing it up, get on Patreon.
Give me money. This is the whole reason I did this.
L'chaim.
Laughing Cat Comedy Show, May 31st, Cheshire Brewery Co. in Elkins Park, Pennsylvania. Yeah, that's it.
Love you guys.
Take care and dream on.
Dream on.
Dream on.
I like that. I was gonna say dream on.
Dreamweaver. I believe you can get me through the night. How do I turn this off?